next natural steps is this, to say, we want to fill Hosea Kutako full of private jets of different investors. We want them to come invest in the smart city, what we are not having yet here in Namibia. We speak of our farmers. They must start to make medicines so that we have our own factories of medicine. We have a lot of cattle skins which go out of the country, whereby we could do the soccer balls here in Namibia. So we are having so many things which activities which will happen in Cape Frio. We don't want, if it is, we are having already in Windhoek a factory of, let me say, it is already making jam, and then they also the same, they know. We must be able to be exchange which we don't have here, which they don't have here in Windhoek. Cape Frio must be able to buy it from here. What they don't have here in Windhoek, they must be able to buy it from Cape Frio. So it must be the same it is now at this moment. So we are interested in different proposals, business proposals from different investors. We don't want just you to say that, to say you are talking of big money, you want to bring all this money to Cape Frio. No, that is not what we want. We want it must be similar, the same as here in Windhoek. You come, you buy your shop, you start to operate. Or you come, you buy your stand, you build your hotel, you start to operate. That is what we want.
What do you envision to be the economic attraction of that area? Of course, if investment come, that will be another layer of attraction. But on its own, what does Cape Frio offer economically?
On its own, Cape Frio is having many components which will be offered, because especially many people do understand Cape Town. Cape Town is also a seaside, but the agriculture in Cape Town is booming in big number. So Cape Frio will be actually the hub of Africa, because all the ships like Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, DRC, they will also benefit from Cape Frio. Include South Africa. They will also benefit from Cape Frio. But we don't want to rely that, because that part is a critical part. We want to leave that part of the port in the hands of the government at this moment. We see more towards tourists. To grow the tourists, because it will be a good tourist destination. Just like you see the other countries, Monaco, and then Dubai is more tourist destinations. So we will have private peoples who want to park their yachts there, because Europe is too much expensive. As you know, in Namibia, we don't have that nature. People park yachts like we see it on the televisions. Normal, we can see that, to say people parked even 100 yachts. They are enjoying their sea. So it will be more like it is having enough entertainment for the young peoples. In we ourselves.
Is there fish there? Is it a fishing area also?
Cape Frio is having the most expensive fish. We took licenses to catch fish in Swakopmund. The fish which we catch there is one of the best fish which I tasted, which doesn't have even a smell in it. It is clean and beautiful and nice. So we really enjoyed the fish. Even when we came driving, we were sharing the fish amongst each other. It is a very beautiful land, and it is our brothers and sisters, and our fathers and mothers in the northern part. Cape Frio have to buy meat from them. All these hotels in Cape Frio have to get meat from the northern part. It is a very good trade town. It will empower all of us, and it will empower the youth. It's time for the youth of our age to start invest in factories, to have partners in factories, them to write good business plans, which the youth was spearing ahead the program of Cape Frio, so that they can see that to say, yes, this person is alone in this sector, the next person is also alone in this sector. So as agriculture is growing very well in Namibia, we think it's time for us to make our own tomato pasta. So everything, we are going to be well with Cape Frio.
Absolutely.
As a community, because we have leadership, there are community leaders in the area. We always, with this consent, we always come together with the community and see how best we can perhaps have this matter addressed, so that the problems are alleviated. So we get together through the arrangement that is there. I mean, with the leadership, we report it to our councillor. So most of the time, when the councillor invites community meetings, so he invites City of Windhoek officials who are responsible for these specific matters, but most of the time they don't come. We don't know, perhaps due to this and that arrangement, we don't know. But then, so the councillor himself, he tries his very best, and because you understand, he works together with these people, because so to say, he has to coordinate, to call them in, to listen to our direct answers, our direct problems, to get direct answers from them. When and how are they going to come in? But so they do not show up. We don't know. So perhaps now it's a new year. They have a new management, and the matters are this ongoing. They are more problematic now. So, especially with the letter we wrote now, this is 16th of January. So we hope this, from now on, they are going to perhaps answer us, so we can get out of these problems. Because like last time it rained, was on this 1st of February, that was this last Sunday.
Yes.
So the local councillor was called in by our coordinators and the section leaders, because they also saw this problem, as has been ongoing. So he came in, City of Windhoek officials, some officials from the engineering department came in, the new mayor came in. So perhaps because of the new management, maybe they are going to do something, but we really, really need help. That's why we decided as a community to get together, write a letter like this, through our councillor. He has reported already, so he does not take time because he is always on hand to give an ear and to see what is the problem. Because the most important thing is, if somebody is informed about this kind of problems, you come in, you see what is happening, because they say seeing is believing. So we are waiting to see how long they will take, unless otherwise, should it rain tonight or today, right now, I'm telling you, we are in trouble. It's the same predicament. Should the dysfunctional of the drainages, of this now, the sewer systems, go on as such again, it's the same problem. And maybe you ask questions like, what is the lifespan of someone who lives in this area with consistent problems like this? We don't know. That's why we really, really need help.
Mr. Matthews, sorry for cutting you there.
Yes.
But just speaking of lifespan and the health risk posed regarding the members of your community, has there been any visible and reported cases of people that have been affected by the
Yeah.
stormwater and sewage drainage?
You mean individual matters, individual cases?
Yeah, just people that have come out openly to say, look, this
Every
issue
now
is...
and then, you know, you come to our area, everybody, even like as we speak, you see, you can see how I'm speaking. I have a flu. I don't know. So every now and then you have a flu. And ever since the whole time, people have been going to the clinics. It's hepatitis, it's whatever, lung issues, so some of all those type of dreadful diseases. Of course, I mean, the people are not well in this area, in our area. It's because of these things.
Okay. And given the fact that there is a new management within the local authorities, given the fact that we've just come out of the local authorities and regional elections, what do you guys, as a representative speaking on behalf of your community, what do you guys expect from the local authorities as well as the regional office? Because it's easy to ask for help, but what exactly do you guys want to be done in order for you to?
Yeah, so we believe because it's a new management, perhaps, you know, they will hit the ground, not only running, but perhaps flying, so as to make sure that they provide the best quality for all the residents of Windhoek. Like, I don't know if I'm not saying it as such. These are one of the slogans of City of Windhoek. So, of course, I mean, these are new people in the office, although most of them have been here and done that. They will want to do their best. That's why, so we want them to come to us, I mean, come to our aid and make sure this problematic matter now is resolved by diverting the bridge to somewhere else, so that this dirty water does not come out anymore in the midst of human beings. I believe we have some confidence. We have confidence into them as much as we have confidence into, you know, the activities of our local councillor, our constituency councillor. So with this coordination, we believe they will work together and alleviate this. I mean, make sure this matter is alleviated once and for all.
One of the critical things that I always say is we do actually have a robust nuclear conference that happens biannually, and it'll be happening this year also in October sometime, but the Atomic Energy Board will speak on that. So that is one of the things to look out for. Another one that is coming up is the uranium, because remember, we are a net exporter of uranium. Mm-hmm. We're having the uranium conference that is upcoming, and where we will also be participating as poster presenters and so forth. And also having conversations about nuclear science and technology, whether that is with stakeholders or OMAS and so forth. It is very, very critical that, and I always say this to everybody that I meet, whether you are the minister or whether you're the ED or whoever you are, whoever I meet on the street, I will talk to you about nuclear science and technology because I'm very passionate about it. So there are quite a couple of fascinating things that are coming up. And Namibia will also be hosting the CTBTO this year, the first African country that will be hosting that. I think they will speak on that. I don't want to go ahead of people to speak on their initiatives and so forth. So quite a couple of exciting things are happening.
Yes. And also what I was excited about when it first happened, just before our president was officially elected, was she spoke about nuclear power for Namibia for the first time on a public platform and continued that message through into the start of her presidency. Do you think that it's achievable? How long do you think it could be before we could benefit from nuclear power?
Okay, so as I always say, I don't go ahead of the government or speak on their behalf. One thing that I will say is this: the support is there from the government.
Okay.
If the head of state is supporting an idea,
yes,
then you are being told, look, the idea is here. How do you take it and how do you bring this to fruition?
Yes.
The young people, here's the idea. Where are you fitting in? That's why we're saying NAMYGN comes in there to create the pipeline for the human capital development, upskilling and so forth. And also to understand that and appreciate the fact that the president is passionate about ensuring that mineral beneficiation comes back to Namibia.
Yes.
That our shores are not just for exporting, but for creating ecosystems and pipelines for Namibia's development and Namibia's enrichment and so forth. And also ensuring that every Namibian household does have something on the table to eat before they go to bed. And also ensuring that the plethora of graduates that are unemployed, it is something that we need to fight with tooth and nail.
Yes.
So that's why I always say with the graduates, we already have a strong human capital. How do we just upskill those unemployed graduates? Where do we make them fit in? Because I don't think with the amount of natural resources that we have as a country that we are supposed to have any person that is actually poor in this country.
Yes.
Nobody should actually be even unemployed.
Yes, yes.
But there are quite a couple of things that are happening in the background, and I'm sure the government is having strong conversations with partners, as I alluded to earlier, and to ensure that we do have a seat at the table where our resources matter.
You know, you allude to a very painful reality. We're a rich country full of poor people, and part of that comes from our long and equally painful history coming from colonialism into apartheid, and even now. But there's difficulties in having inclusive development, inclusive conversations. How do you think we can overcome those difficulties? How can we include everybody in the conversation?
One thing that I would actually say there is that the government of the day currently, there is a lot of inclusivity. Well, that's one thing that I would say. And also you will see with the appointments that are happening in critical areas, whether that is ambassadorial, whether that is ministerial, whether that is on ED level or so forth, we have quite a variety, whether that is through age, expertise and experience. We have quite a bit of variety there. And can we do better than that? Yes, we can. Can we involve more people? Can we involve, let's say for example, because we are still lacking behind, because now we have moved, and the great thing that we have done is the gender parity we have achieved that.
Yes.
We have achieved that. Now we need to start talking about how do we really involve the youth. We don't just want to have slogans or advertise that we're involving the youth. When are we having the youth? For example, let's say there is a conversation being heard about whether that is now oil and gas, whether that is now nuclear, but specifically now in particular about nuclear. When we are having the Minister of International Relations, or whether that is Industries and Mines, having a conversation, having a delegation, where is that section of the youth that is actually going? Where are the technocrat youth that are involved? Where are the experts that are involved? Because we need to do one thing, and I also always say this, is we need to depoliticize when it comes to the development of the country. We need to bring any and everybody that is qualified, skilled and experienced on board, because we are building the Namibian house, as our late president would say, may his soul rest in peace, Dr. Haka Kengo.
Yes.
So ensuring that we have achieved quite a bit of leeway, but can we do better? Yes, definitely we can do better.
Yeah.
Right, with our company here from 2010, and we did a lot of exploration works, especially on the time frame from 2018 till 2022, and we found a big uranium deposit here. Now we can talk about 40,000 tons of uranium underground. It's real big, and this deposit has a very big exploration potential also. And we are talking about our deposit, but our exploration program was done only for 30%. It means it can be very, very big deposit here in Namibia. And now, according to our timeline, we should to do the test mining, very small area, just to receive all necessary data for feasibility study. It is necessary to apply for mining license here in Namibia, and to bring all necessary proofs for our method of mining is absolutely secure and environmental friendly. And of course, it's not a very short way. And to make a test, after that feasibility study, design, I hope if we will be positive on it. We would like to start mining around 2031.
2031. Okay. So in terms of regulatory requirements, what is still pending in the process?
We have 8 EPLs, valid EPLs. We have environment clearance certificates for exploration activities. And now we apply for environment clearance certificates for test mining for Ministry of Environmental, Forestry and Tourism. And we also applied for permits for drilling for Ministry of Agriculture, Fishery and Land Reform.
Yes, yes. Okay. And so you mentioned that your approach is scientifically sound, because of course that is the big topic as far as your company's activities are concerned. You know, people, the farming communities and environmental people saying, oh, the mining of that in that area will poison the underground aquifers and stuff like that. What guarantees can you give those that are watching that that is actually not going to happen?
This kind of method, what we would like to use here in Namibia, maybe in situ recovery or in situ leaching, is not a new method of mining in the world. It's used in the world from 1916 year. It's about 70 years they use, and according to International Atomic Agency, it's more environmental friendly method of mining. And this method, mining of uranium, used in US, Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, China, Australia, and probably it will be in Africa, in Namibia. Namibia can be one of the first countries. As I know, for example, Botswana would like to do some tests for mining also in this year for in situ recovery.
Okay.
And I think my colleague, Dr. Boytsov, can explain in more details, of course, if you will have a chance.
No, absolutely. But at your level as MD, of course, you are a subsidiary of the bigger company in Russia itself, is Rosatom?
Yeah, we are a daughter company of Rosatom. Rosatom is one of the biggest Russian state company, it's state-owned company. And it's a full cycle nuclear topics, from exploration till mining uranium, to enrich uranium, to construct nuclear station, to sell electricity. It's a huge company which works more than 350,000 people.
Yeah.
It's a real huge company. Yeah. And we are like Uranium One, because Hetsprin is the daughter of Uranium One. It's a mining international division, because we have assets. Uranium One has assets in Kazakhstan, in Tanzania, in Namibia. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I have actually almost 50 years experience in uranium exploration, mining, processing, etc.
Okay.
Since graduating the university, and I worked on maybe on all of the continents.
Yeah.
In Canada, in Kazakhstan, and so in Germany. So I know pretty much this method because it's 60% of global uranium is produced by this method production, and we produce significantly. We are a third uranium producing company, and 80% of this production comes from in situ recovery method. It is, from one point, it's very easy. From another, not too easy.
Yeah.
What's the reason? As soon as you discover a ore body, uranium ore body, and as soon as you understand it is occur in permeable sediments, and it is below the water table, and it's above and below the clays, which are as isolate this environment from the surrounding areas, it may be possible, amenable for in situ leach mining. You introduced very weak acid solutions through injection wells, that it goes through this ore body, dissolve uranium, and from the other recovery well, you pump in already so-called pregnant solutions, which are enriched with uranium. And so then it goes on the ground for precipitation and so, and so on. It's very easy, like this stage is conventional. Then you add more acid, and it goes back to the aquifer for processing. It's a closed cycle.
Okay.
It's in general.
Yeah, no, of course. So compared, I mean, we are already mining. We are
Open pit.
yeah.
I know this. Rosing, Husab,
Yeah.
Langenberg, I visited all of them.
So what method do they use? How is their method different from this one?
Quite different.
Okay.
Because they dig pits, they're open pit mining.
Yeah.
They dig blast or dig it and bring it to the plant. That's why they have an impact on the surface.
Yeah.
After they process, they have tailing ponds where they put tails after processing.
Yeah.
Nothing in this for in situ leach mining. Only wells, and you will see nothing on the surface.
Oh, I see.
Only wells, some upper part of the wells. The process is underground.
Yeah. Where has your company done this before? Is it because the concern here for some environmental people in Namibia and the farmers around those areas is really that already Namibia is a dry country, so we cling on to those small water resources that we have.
Yes.
And you can understand the fear that some of these guys have. So will this be the first time that your company does something like that in a water sensitive area, or have you or do you have other operations similar to that?
Actually, usually these sediments, horizons with the mineralization, they're not used for water consumption, for water, but with some exceptions. We have two mines, one mine in Russia, one in Kazakhstan. Yeah. When we use water from the well, which is located, one of them 700 meters from the operating well fields, another 2 kilometers, not very far. And what maybe I will explain why I consider it safe method. Yeah. Because even for this temperate basin, which we are concerned. First of all, by the way, if you're talking what is its temperate basin, what do you think? Maybe some people think there might be a kind of a reservoir underground, or a kind of sea, a lake. No.
Yeah, that is my impression also.
No.
Yeah.
That's first item, first important point. There are sandstones there, permeable sandstones, which very low speed flow velocity, you see?
Yeah.
Which are very flow. We made special studies, investigations, and the speed of the flow in this aquifer is only 1 to 2 meters a year. Oh. Very slow. And we recover. That's why, for example, we mine for about 20 years, we will mine. Just multiply 20 by 3 meters or 2 meters. The potential exposure on the surrounding area is only 40 meters. We have a system of monitoring wells around the ore body. What else? We have natural attenuation or self-restoration after stopped. It's proved by our experience. But what may be most important, that this aquifer, these waters, even from farmers' wells, are already contaminated with radionuclides. We took about 250 samples from our wells, hydrological wells, which are located just along the ore body, and from surrounding farmers' wells. And 30% of the farmer wells, unfortunately, are contaminated with radionuclides as a natural product. Oh. You see, because this mineralization was formed through tens of millions of years, maybe 20 years, and through this period, due to natural radioactive decay, water was contaminated by the radionuclides. That's the subject. That's an issue.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
Yeah.